Hey, whoever is out there. I know Instagram says it is trying to tell my followers that I've started a live. I'm just going to start talking because I never do lives. And I'm trying to get comfortable with doing them more often because I watch them and they're a great way to communicate with people. Hey, y'all who have joined, thank you. All right, so really quickly, I have a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. The main thing first, yesterday was World Down Syndrome Day. I was too busy writing and creating, so I wasn't on the gram to notice that. I don't know if this is an Instagram thing. No, I know World Down Syndrome Day is a pre-Instagram thing. So, in honor of World Down Syndrome Day, I'm going to talk just a little bit about one of my current and favorite students who has Down syndrome. So, my student Kara, not her real name, changed for privacy and HIPAA compliance. So Kara has Down syndrome, and she is one of my students in the third grade. I started seeing her last year when I started working at her school, and we were doing face-to-face therapy, and then COVID hit, and I transitioned her to teletherapy, and now this year I've been doing teletherapy with her as well. So she went from largely being non-compliant with limited attention and minimal words to communicate, to now she uses more words to communicate. She pays attention during our sessions. She is very compliant. She'll do pretty much anything I ask her to do. And the strategies that I use to get her there, pretty much all virtually through teletherapy, because like I said, most of the time I've been seeing her now has been through teletherapy, on the computer, live, in person. So the strategies that I've used to help get her to a place of attention and compliance, and therefore increase communication, was to, one, do what she wants to do. Sometimes when we are working with students, and this is advice for parents too, okay? Parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents. We often as adults want to push our own agendas onto the kids. You know what I'm saying? Get them to do what we want them to do when we want them to do it. And it's because we have agendas in our head. In my case, as a speech pathologist, when I'm working with kids, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm running these goals. I got to work on these goals. We're working on this goal today, this activity for this goal. Now I need this kid to do bop, 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 so I can go bop, bop, bop in my notes, and show that something was done, something productive, something specialized, my specialized interventions, like all these things were done, and this kid responded with this. But that don't always happen that way, okay? Again, I'm running my agenda in my mind. I'm running the goals. I'm doing bop, 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 and I'm putting it all out there. This is what we're doing. Give it to me, kid. Give it to me, kid. And the kid is like, I'm not doing that. No. And I have to revamp and reconfigure. I've posted about how oftentimes we have to do that a lot in our sessions, based, away from our plans to what the kid wants to do. But I found that Kara really responded to music and songs. All kids do. Every kid does. So I incorporated that more, and not just as a reward. Sometimes I would do music as a reward for some other students, but for students like Kara who have Down syndrome or autism or just general intellectual disability, I switched my brain from using music as a reward to the activity. And YouTube is a great resource. So I found some songs. I had some songs. I do a lot of singing. I'm not a singer, but the kids don't know. I don't know if they know what tone deaf is, but I know what tone deaf is. It's me. And so I started using songs and music as my therapy activities to get her involved. That's the first thing. The second thing that I did to help move Kara from minimal attention and compliance and verbal communication to increasing on all those levels, all those skills for speech therapy, is listening to her, to what she said she wanted to do. So or she communicated to me. Now, she didn't communicate like, I don't want to do this. I do want to do this. But when she turned her back or turned away, like that's what demonstrated to me, oh, she doesn't like this activity. And sometimes we tend to ignore that form of communication, the nonverbal form of communication. A lot of times I'll have parents who say, oh, well, he's frustrated because he can't communicate. That's why he cries and that's why he throws things and that's why, because he can't communicate. And what I have to remind parents is, oh, he's communicating all right. He's telling you, I don't want to do that. I don't want that. I want that. And we're oftentimes not listening because we're listening and we want the words to be told directly to us. And younger kids and kids with certain disorders and disabilities, and when I say disorders, I mean like communication disorder, because that's what I work with, is people with communication disorder. Communication is very varied and they use more than words. People use gestures. They use the emotional, responses, the tantrums and the crying. They use eye gaze. There's lots of ways to communicate things that you do and do not want. So listening to when a student is not trying to mess with your activity by paying attention to it, when they are rejecting it, when they are turning away and picking up something else, then you need to listen. So I have to always remind myself to get away from my own agenda and tune into theirs and step into their world and basically say, let me in, kid, let me into your world. You know what I'm saying? And they do better. And then the other strategy that I use to help Kara, my student that I'm speaking about, who has Down syndrome, because it was World Down Syndrome Day, is, like I said, listening to her, doing what she wants to do, but also patience and waiting. Again, with that agenda, we're always thinking, okay, I'm asking you a question. I want a response right away. I'm giving you 2 choices. Choose one of these real quickly. Hurry up. We're always thinking agenda, do, pop, pop, pop. And we have to always remember, give the question, but really don't give the question, because that's another thing. We as adults tend to question too much. But give the choices and then wait. Kara, do you want to do the dance, dance, dance song or the owie song? Like Dora. Remember Dora? She asked a question and then look at the camera. But yeah, and so, wait. Let her choose the song. Let her choose the song in her communication method right now. If she's gonna look at it, or if I, how I give it to her. I say, you want to do the dance, 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 or do you want to do the owie song? If she says dance, 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 cool. If she says cool, I know which one she wants to do. If she kind of looks like, if I hear a piece of dance, okay, So yes, just waiting and be patient. Those are my 2 of my strategies. And then the third one, it was I restructured her speech therapy time so that I could get her individually. That made a huge difference in our connection and our bonding time and her increasing. So with that said, y'all, I'm wrapping up. But in talking about that, and then last week I did a clubhouse with my partner, Dr. Kelly of Serenity Speech Therapy. And a question came up about behavior and managing behavior on teletherapy. So I dropped a couple gems. So this week, that's what I'm going to be talking about, is managing behavior on teletherapy or virtual learning. And this, I think that'll be helpful for us, other speech pathologists like your girl, but also teachers and also parents who are doing what? Managing virtual learning, right? So y'all can look forward to those posts. Hopefully you see them and enjoy them. And that's it. That's all I have for today. I see that I have a couple of folks here. If anybody has a question about behavior, student or kid behavior about, during teletherapy or remote learning or virtual learning, whatever you call it, let me know. See what I did there? I asked the question and then I just waited. Because I figured if you have a question, then you might be typing for people here. Hey y'all, let's see who is here. And then I'm going to go because I've said all I had to say. Okay. Katiago? Katiago? Okay. Vinny Vidi Vince. I got it. Okay. Ancient Latin saying, and also Ja Rule's album. Similar. Ryan Lucas DC, homeboy, hey. And Cassandra DM, hello. Okay. So again, I've said everything I had to say. I'm going to push this button though. What does this do? This adds a picture? Oh, that was cute. Like I said, I never go live, y'all. So I don't know what features have been added, but I just posted a picture of my dog. That is Sunny. He is on the couch in his sunny spot. He loves to sit in any sunny spot. And then that sheet there is his spot. So we don't let him sit directly on the furniture. He's trained to get on the furniture, but only on this spot. So it's a sheet. And really, I mean, the spot can be this big or that big, you know, but that's Sunny there and he's chilling. Okay. So we can do pictures, I see. Let me stop sharing that picture. Okay. All right. And then we got the different filters. I never use, okay. I never use filters either. I just don't feel like it. Adding and changing and planning and whatever. All right, for real, y'all. I'm done now. I'm done, for real. Ooh. Oh. Hey, Monstera. Tropical plants. I see a fern. I see a Monstera. That's a Monstera. Tropical. Oh, I like this one because I love plants, even though I have very little success with them. All right. Thank y'all for watching and thank you for your time. Bye-bye. Now.